Hello, welcome to Hindi Reading Class 4C. As you can see, we're going to continue with aspiration, the next two set of letters that we're going to teach. And so, if you could place your hand kindly about 1 inch away from your mouth, and with your hand in that position, say the following words: bum, bill, bee, bay, bowl, boo, black. So, did you feel anything on your hand when you said be in each of these words? Now, you may have felt different things depending on what word you are saying. I think that's what happened to me. You'll feel different things depending on what word, or you might feel the same thing. Everyone is going to be different on this. Now, try these: subway, ruby, hubba, hubble, saber, sparrow. So, did you feel anything on your hand when you said these? Now, hopefully by now you figured out that what I'm trying to get across to you is in English, we're not paying attention to the amount of air that's coming out. However, this makes a tremendous deal of difference in Hindi. Now, the problem is I really can't, for this set of letters, I can't really make a general rule for English speakers. So, uh, you will know what you felt, and based on your test, you will know yourself. So, know thyself. So, if you know how you pronounce be in English, how much air comes out when you say certain words, depending on where it is in the sentence, depending on if it's after another consonant, before another consonant, if it's in the middle, if it's in the beginning, if it's before a I sound, if it's before a E sound, if it's before a U sound, it's going to change, probably. So if you know what you're saying in English, then you'll know what you're going to have to work on in Hindi. Because here we are going to introduce this letter, which is ba. It's a B sound with no air. So of course, your to test it, your hand is going to have to be an inch or about an inch away from your mouth, right? And you have to test it because you won't be able to hear it if air is coming out or not. So you shouldn't really feel air when you do this. Ba. And alternatively, we have a B sound with air, lots of air coming out, and this is ba. So we have ba, and then we have ba. So once again, you should feel air on your hand an inch away from your mouth with this symbol. So sometimes, as you can see, it's going to be difficult to hear what it is in certain contexts. It's going to be very difficult to see if you are actually uh, pronouncing with air or without air. Because, like I said, according to the first set of tests we did, it probably was different for you depending on the word. And so, those words where air did come out, it's going to be hard to hear it in Hindi. So, practice hearing them just so you can get an idea. You can practice saying them probably on your own time. So, the first one has no air, and that is ba. The second one has air, and that is bha. The third has no air, and that is b. And the fourth has air, that is b. Ba, bha, b, b. So let's practice uh, saying "b," which is the B sound with air. Now, how might you do that? Well, I did a few small tests, and it seems like a lot of people, when saying words like be, actually release air in English. So, if that's the case for you, then this is how you can learn how to say be. If you don't release air when you say be in English, then you can't use this test. So, practice saying the word be. Relax your throat muscles and just let a little more air come out when you say the B sound. So B, 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 B. So this is B. So if you can do that same thing and change the sound to then there you have B, 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 B. So lots of air coming out. Now, this one, if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Bin, bin, bin. Do you feel air on your hand when you say bin? I don't. And that doesn't mean that you don't. So if you don't feel air coming out, then you can use this method. If you do feel air, then don't do this. So you're gonna have to use a different way. Maybe you can use the words barrow, for instance. Maybe you don't feel air in the being's barrow. So whatever works for you, or you can just you should kind of have the hang of it already if you did the ka ga ga. So now you have ba ba. So start out by saying bin. You shouldn't feel air when you say be. Bin, 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 bin. So now try to change the sound when you say E in bean. Bin, 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 bean, 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 bin, 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 bean, 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 bean. And now we can just say the regular one, which is the sound, as in up or ugly duckling. So ba, 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 ba. There should still be no air. So this is basically the method you're going to teach yourself how to do this. And as always, we have our tutors here. So try to do it individually, but still when we read, we're going to need our tutors because when we read is when your brain has a tendency to revert back to whatever it was doing with English or whatever your mother tongue is. So let's say them. Number one, ba. Number two, ba. Number three, b. Number four, b. So here is where in a normal class, I would have you practice these to yourself and then say it out loud and be corrected. But this is not a normal class. You can do this on your own in your own spare time. Okay. Bari is a turn. Bhari is heavy. Bag is a garden, whereas bhag is run. Bala is misfortune, whereas bhala is excellent. Bana is weaving, whereas bhana is to be pleasing. Balu is sand, whereas bhalu is bear. Bal is hair, whereas bhal is an arrowhead. Baji is elder sis, whereas bhaji is fried greens of some sort. Bobby is affectionate term for a girl. Bobby, whereas Bobby is the elder brother's wife. Bar is an occasion or occurrence, whereas Bhar is a burden. Bard is an enclosure or a fence, whereas Bhard is a grain oven. Bhat is speech or matter, whereas Bhat is cooked rice. Bhav is wind, whereas Bhav is manner. B is a lady or an elder sis, respectful term, whereas B is also B. Bola is spoke or uttered, whereas bola is simple or silly. Beri is the same as bear, whereas bheri is a bugle. Bed is a willow tree, whereas bhed is a difference. Beard is an enclosure, whereas beard is sheep. Baint is handle, whereas baint is gift. Bur is chaff, whereas bhur is a fountain. Booth is strength, whereas bhoot is a ghost. Boo, crush it. Bhook, hunger. Bura, powder. Bhura, brown. Bulana, summon. Bhulana, to cause to be forgotten. Bunna, to weave or plait, whereas bunna, to be roasted. Makes quite a difference. So for homework, same as always, practice the b sound, right, which is the one probably you'll have a little bit harder time with. An inch from your mouth until you consistently say it while feeling air. And then practice the b sound with your hand about an inch from your mouth until you can consistently say it without feeling air. Once you can say them at will, practice alternating between saying b and bh with your hand over your mouth. Ba bh, 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 ba bh. And so for ba you will feel no air, and for ba you will feel it. So this will teach you how to differentiate this, your throat, how to differentiate this when you're speaking. So once you have done that, then practice saying them and hearing, listening for the difference. Ba. Of course, your hand still has to be over your mouth to make sure you're doing it right. And then listen to as much spoken Hindi as possible and see if you can tell when people are saying ba and when they're saying ba. Now, don't listen to the Disney movie and think that they're going to say balu correctly. Listen to real Hindi. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in.